is.
21.
All right, here we are in the elevator, our first time here at the Star Medica. All right, had our first consultation. My battery's dead. And it's now like 10 o'clock at night, so let's go see the city. All right, hospital Christmas. And, all right, I see the Hilton Garden Inn right over there. All right, if we're desperate, we can get an Oxo quesadilla. Oh yeah, it's next to the Sears. And there it is. Meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. All right. So, got the alitas across the street in case we need a snack. And the Hilton. So they have upgraded us to a suite, but it's like, instead of having 2 living rooms, it's got like 0 living rooms. But, you know.
It's got a chair.
Has a chair, and it's got lots of dressers. All right, so Rob is ready to have his tacos.
Totally.
There it is. Our room is 404. I was afraid it would not be found.
Oh.
Good morning. Today's a big day. This is our view from the Hilton Garden Inn. Hello, Merida. Oh, well, conveniently, there are marquesitas right out front. All right, so we're back to do a check-in. Okay, here's our room. Got a little artwork here. A cozy bed. And then a chair and a sofa. They said we can ask for another pillow. And we get TV.
One's good for me because I can lean the bed up, I'm sure.
Here's our view from room 317. It's like 6 o'clock. Surgery's gonna be tonight. From like, I don't know, 9 p.m. to midnight. All right, it's waiting time. We've got a piano down there. A little like computer desky thing. Hello. All right, let's go see what's up. Well, I talked to the doctor. Everything went flawless. Everything is just perfect. I've been waiting downstairs. I'm enjoying a little time in the comfy bed before he comes back. But I'm really happy. Everything went great, and really happy we're here.
Just to do a walk.
The dinners are like lighter than the lunches, but
Yes.
yummy. My dinner has come too. All right, we paid the bill. That was super efficient. A little bit of a surprise, but like a tiny surprise. So we are on our train station now. So I wonder if Siimin Kaak is Maya for Merida. There's the new Link sled. Impeccable. So this is the first of the train classes. This is the Shinibal, which is the normal class. They're going to be introducing sleepers and fine dining, and they really are very sensitive to limited mobility. I've seen tons of limited mobility devices, and they've got these special, oh look, it's got a side view mirror, little ramps. All right, so he's going to put the little platform. They're gonna launch him instead of drag him back. Interesting. Woo! All right. Rob is we're in Cancun in our recuperation condo. You can see the fair down there. And so here's Rob recuperating. So what are your thoughts about, there's the knee on ice.
Yes.
So what do you think about surgery in Merida?
I thought it was fine, overall, I don't, like I said, I don't think it's as she is doing it as in a U.S. surgical center, but absolutely nothing wrong with doing it in Mexico. There was nothing I felt that was, done wrong or improperly or, had me worried or anything.
What did you like the most?
I mean, the level of care was top notch. I mean, in the U.S., you go to a surgical center, you go in the morning, you have your surgery, you come back out, an hour later they kick you out to the curb and you get home. If you're lucky, the doctor comes in and talks to you for like 5 minutes. For a quarter of the price of doing it in the U.S., I was in the hospital for 3 days, full care, nurses, doctor came in at least once or twice a day. He could, easily spend 30 to 45 minutes in there, going over stuff, making sure everything was okay, being able to talk to him directly without him looking like he was ready to go on and do 10 surgeries and, you stopped him from making, some money. But definitely that level of care, not feeling like I'm just like, okay, we're done, next.
So what did you like the least?
There wasn't much to not like about it. I mean, it sucks doing surgery. This is no joke, let me tell you. It might be the easiest.
So the thing you liked the least was having surgery.
Yeah. No, I mean, I can't think of anything that I didn't like per se. That wasn't just sucky surgery part. So yeah, it was. Overall, it was, I think, a better experience than I would have gotten had I done it in the U.S., or at least an equivalent experience of what I would have gotten in the U.S. It was a little bit different. They wheel you down the hallway on the table. You go into the pre-op, and he's pushing me past to go into the pre-op area. He's pushing some equipment out of the way because it's blocking the way, and I go into a little corner and I sit there for 30 minutes waiting for the anesthesiologist to come by, and it definitely took a little bit of more time to get in there than I was expecting, but I don't know if that would have been any different here. Just it may have been a little different in terms of
And I don't know that was normal for there either.
Yeah.
I think that everybody seemed kind of surprised about the timeline there. And it was weird because of the remodelation and the.
Yeah.
So, what surprised you the most? What did you not expect?
I don't know. I've never had knee surgery before. I mean, well, this kind of knee surgery before. I did do the meniscectomies, but that's laparoscopic surgery. That's just put you out for 15 minutes, scoop out some meniscus, and then you're done, and then you walk home because it's easy.
Well, was there anything that surprised you about the hospital or the doctors?
No, I felt like a regular hospital. The room was definitely larger, I think, than a regular hospital room in the U.S. It was a fairly large private room. The level of care the nurses came in. They give you meds. They set up the IVs. They took your stats twice a day.
And I'll tell you, I think that there was so much more less pressed for time, more considerate, more responsive. I've been to the best hospitals, and it takes forever to get somebody when you need them.
Right.
But
they're also busy because they have so many patients.
But also, there's somebody bothering you every 2 hours for some little crap.
Right. That was the other thing I was going to say that was surprising. I felt like they were more willing to cater to our requests. We don't want this. Okay. Or in the U.S., they're very particular about like, oh, we don't want you to sue us, so we're not gonna, you can't stand up just yet, you know? With there, they're like, yeah, whatever, you wanna stand up, walk around, go ahead, you wanna leave here, you know, go outside, there's an OXXO across the street, go get yourself some, you know, whatever to eat.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I mean, they
The only
I'm
thing is,
exaggerating a little bit,
the
but
only thing is, in Mexico, the way they get paid is by keeping you in the building. So that's why you needed an exit pass.
pass,
Yeah. But you're welcome to go anywhere as long as it's not out the door.
Right, I was exaggerating a little bit. The point is that, you know, they're not as particular.
Strong-willed.
Particular about things that they can get sued over. Whereas in the US, it's like everything's about liability and, you know, oh, you can't do this, you know, we have to make sure that IV stays in. And while, yes, they maybe keep the IV in a little longer than you would have liked too, at least they, you know, when we said, hey, can we just do oral medications, or, you know, can we take the IV out, you know, for now because, you know, it's a pain to have that pole. They're like, yeah, sure, whatever, you know. So that is one thing that maybe is that I found to be different. Would I do it again? 100%. I would. I think that the level of care that I got here in Mexico was equivalent medically and better in some ways of the level of care. You know, like I said, can you imagine going in for knee surgery in the U.S. in a surgical center and then being there for 3 days afterwards?
Okay.
Can you imagine what that would have cost? You know, this cost me, you know, I mean, the cheapest in the U.S., it was probably half of the cheapest that I could have gotten maybe in the U.S.
And it wouldn't have included everything.
And it definitely would have included 3 days in the hospital, food, you know, all the medical care, all the medications, you know, constant IVs with, you know, saline, tramadol, antibiotics, paracetamol, you know, for 3 days. You know, like I said, all 3 meals a day, and you know, and just if anyone wants to know, the food was pretty good. I mean, definitely, you know, I think better than most hospital food. It felt like they cooked it fresh, not like, you know, not like they opened up some microwave package and, you know, brought you up some, you know, rubbery eggs.
Oh, I know it was fresh because when she would come and tell me the recipe, I would say, oh, can we leave out the raw onions? And she would be like, sure.
Yeah, right.
So I know that they were doing it fresh.
Yeah, the food was way fresher than anything, you know, again, you would have gotten in a U.S. hospital. You know, yeah, I would totally. As a matter of fact, I honestly at this point have no desire to do anything surgically in the U.S. At this point.
Well, let's hope you never have to do anything
No,
surgically again anyway.
You know, like I said, this is no joke. You know, this has been difficult, and you know, I don't want to, you know, discount what other people going through total knee replacements go through, because that's obviously much more difficult than this. But this is definitely no joke. You know, it's a gnarly scar. It's you know, there's definitely pain. It's difficult to bend the leg, and you know, doing the PT, doing the heel stretches and the ankle stretches and the quad exercises and walking around, and it's getting easier. You know, obviously it's totally getting easier, but it's no joke.
Well, we're glad that everything went well.
Yeah, me too.
So here is the x-ray with the sexy new prosthesis. It's called the link sled. And this is important. When he opened up the side of the femur, he found that there was like a point in the bone, and that's what was shredding his meniscus all the time. So he said he peeked through to the other side, the lateral side, and under the kneecap, and there was plenty of cartilage. Everything was nice and healthy. So we're not looking at a total anytime, if ever. But, you know, injections or stem cells or voodoo, nothing would have fixed this except for cleaning up that bone. So this is what needed to be happen, and I'm just so glad it's done.